Linex, best known for its worldwide network of spray-on truck bedliner material, is constantly looking for new and innovative uses for its polyurethane polyurea-based products. Paxcon was created and developed by Linex as a high-performance blast-resistant coating suitable for a wide variety of applications.
Paxcon originated back in 1999 as Air Force Research Labs and the Army Corps of Engineers were both independently looking at solutions to bomb and blast mitigation that utilized a lightweight type of product that could enhance structures to help protect the occupants in case of such a blast. They originally looked at the different polyureas and polyurethanes and blends of those that were being used in the truck bed market at that time. Air Force Research Labs contacted me back in 1999 and asked about our product being used in the truck bed spray-on business, and I let them know of another product we had, being the XS350, our Paxcon product, and thought they might want to look at and study that as to the attributes it had. Because our sense was that that product was extremely strong and could very well suit the requirements as seen by these engineers and scientists. So through the process at that time, Air Force Research Labs did their investigation of roughly 27 materials, and our Linex Paxcon product was by far and above the best of any and all of those, and therefore it was picked as the solution for blast mitigation. And it really comes about because of in the chemical molecular structure of our product. Even though if you handle the Paxcon product, it feels extremely rigid and strong as you take and try to bend and twist it. But the reality of it is it can absorb a tremendous amount of energy, and when exposed to such during a blast process, it does stretch, and in that stretching, it absorbs a tremendous amount of energy along the molecular bonds of the material, therefore absorbing that energy as it stretches, taking that energy away from it being seen in the projectile of a broken shard or a piece of a cinder block or concrete that would otherwise be thrust into the livable or workable space environment of the facility that was hit with the blast. So that's really where it started, and some of the reasons that we use the Paxcon product is it's fairly easy to apply to cinder block and concrete walls and structures, or other type of structure, wood structures as well, and it is fairly lightweight, fairly inexpensive, relatively speaking, to other solutions out there, which in a lot of cases just really are not even a solution because they're just not applicable to the process.
Paxcon outperformed 27 other products in a battery of simulated bomb blast tests. But unlike steel, it is elastic, so it can absorb the impact of a blast.
Some of the different customers that we've seen for Paxcon has been sensitive areas such as government entities, military installations, and so forth. But we are finding more varied users in the need of security due to certain sensitivities of certain areas. We certainly don't see a minimizing of terrorist activity around the globe, and therefore there are a number of other countries as well as VIP type of individuals that feel that they need this type of protection for certain specific reasons. So we are seeing an expansion of a Paxcon product across the globe with different governments and different individuals, and even individuals in their own homes are looking at the Paxcon as a protective solution to some of the threats that they may feel that they are being exposed to.
In the event of a bomb blast, fragments and sharp pieces of a building are the #1 killer. Over 80% of death and destruction is caused by fragmentation. Paxcon was developed to hold those pieces together.
In a building that's been treated with Paxcon, it protects the occupants by acting like a backstop or a safety net, if you will. So for example, if there's a blast outside, the Paxcon is ductile enough that it will stretch and absorb the energy and the debris from that particular blast, thus increasing the exit time for the people inside.
Part of what makes Paxcon so strong is really comes down to its toughness. And the toughness is a combination of the elongation of the product, the tensile strength, the shear strength, and the tear strength. The combination of those in the right manner creates really the toughness that it is, and the ability for it to stretch, again, along the molecular level and absorb that energy. Really surprised a lot of the physicists and engineers that were looking at our product as a solution. They thought it may work this way, and in fact, a lot of the truck bed products, including our own truck bed product, worked very, very well along these lines. So their thinking and their theories were right, but when exposed to our XS350, when exposed to our Paxcon product, they were amazed at what it really did and how it held up under severe tests, actual tests, blast bomb mitigation tests. The way it held things together just absolutely amazed them. It far exceeded their expectations. And therefore it really brought to light the ability to bring a fairly lightweight product, fairly inexpensive product to the marketplace to be used in the blast mitigation to help save lives around the world.
The cinder block drop that we do clearly demonstrates the ability of the Paxcon to maintain or encapsulate the fragmentation from a bomb blast in a very low level manner. When you see the block that's dropped without the Paxcon coating, it breaks into many small pieces and shards that, when propelled into a room at high velocity, can cause great damage and injury and so on. The block that is treated with the Paxcon bounces like a ball. You know, it's broken inside. There's no preconceived notion that it's not broken inside. However, the Paxcon indeed kept it all intact, and no debris flies from that block.
Explosive experts at the New Mexico Tech's Energetic Materials Research and Testing Center conducted a series of blast tests that confirmed the extensive protection capabilities of Paxcon.
The wall is constructed of traditional, ungrouted cinder block masonry. What that means is mortar is indeed used between the blocks, but there's no concrete poured in the comb of the block, so they're hollow.
One.
The wall that was not treated with Paxcon, the cinder block wall, was just destroyed, and the debris flew in, and the mannequin at the desk was decapitated, and it was devastating. The person definitely, if it had been a real person there, would not have survived that incident. The wall that was indeed treated, everything was fine. The worst we had was a little dust flew around, and one of the drawers opened on the desk slightly from the concussion, but you clearly would have survived that event.
Meeting the specific needs and demands of a wide range of industries has given Paxcon a leadership position and unmatched experience in numerous applications.
What we're looking at is, as far as protection with Paxcon, a number of entities can be protected. Obviously, basically military applications and government sensitized areas or potential threat areas are all places of good usage for the Paxcon product.
Paxcon is applied via high-pressure spray equipment. Each substrate has a particular surface preparation that goes along with that. But ideally, in simple terms, the material is spray applied and it goes from liquid to solid in 3 to 5 seconds.
Paxcon is revolutionizing defense and military platforms by providing quality protective polymer coatings currently being used by military personnel in high-risk areas such as Iraq and Afghanistan.
Spall mitigation is when you have small arms fire where a bullet hits a hardened surface, and when it's not treated with Paxcon, the bullet will break up into many small pieces, and it's not just one piece that ricochets, it's thousands of small pieces that fly in every direction. When treated with Paxcon, what happens is the bullet hits the hardened surface, but then flattens out and stays stuck under the coating, thus preventing collateral casualty and damage from the bullet spalling, and that's what spall is when all that debris flies about in every direction. There was a young soldier who indeed came under small arms fire, was wearing a ceramic breastplate that was treated with Paxcon. And that composite together clearly saved his life.
With their strict quality control procedures and tightly integrated program of checks and balances, it's easy to understand why Paxcon has earned its reputation as a preferred supplier of protective coatings.
We do have research in the works now to see where Paxcon can assist in mitigating the damage from seismic events. And in the future, we are looking at hurricane and other natural disaster protection, incorporating Paxcon technology.